Welcome to the Planning Board meeting of January 20th. Babe, my nanny will be joining us via Zoom. Everybody else is here. Why don't we start with the minutes from the last meeting?
Motion to approve the minutes is submitted.
Second?
All in favor?
Yes.
Aye. 5 in affirmative. Okay, item number 2, 81P plan. We have 18 and 20 Gordon Drive to discuss tonight.
Yes, sir. This is a lot line change. They're getting rid of the diagonal line in the middle and making it a more uniform line there. This is so that the shed encroachment is no longer a problem.
Oh, no.
They still have adequate frontage on a public way. It's accessible. I recommend endorsement of this. It's pretty easy.
Obviously, what we have in front of us is the new, where was the old one?
Yeah, the old line's the gray line.
Gray lines.
Diagonal in the middle.
Gotcha.
The square footage all adds up. That's on the calculation. It's like an even one-to-one swap.
This change makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Much better configuration. I would move approval.
I'll second.
Okay.
Does it
All in
need?
favor?
Need a roll
I'm
call.
sorry, Elizabeth just started to. You okay? Yeah.
Need to do roll call.
Roll call?
Yes.
Okay.
81P?
Yeah, we just have to do a roll call vote
Because he's on Zoom.
Oh. We have to do roll call.
Aye.
Aye.
Yes, aye.
Aye. Babe?
Aye.
Okay. Favor? Okay, we also have an amendment / waiver of the site plan review, 336 Main Street, auto parts repair.
Thanks. If I may, it's kind of strange that 268 and 269, oh, I'm sorry, those are lot numbers, not addresses. Never mind.
If you want, I can review some of the changes that were added to the plan.
Yes, please.
Okay. Amendments added to the plan where they added pavement to the parking lot in the back. They show an ADA accessible path to the rear of the parking lot across the front. It's in the right of way, but that's what we asked for. Add catch basin and underground infiltration, just wrote the plan. Add oil water separator to the building, and added appropriate drainage and utility details, and I'm sure their engineer can get more into the details of that.
Yes, so for the record, John Federico with Courier and Helnon. If you would like me to share a copy of the plan, I could quickly run through those changes with you. But essentially for this project, we made sure with this resubmission that we did address all the concerns that were brought up during the last meeting, particularly the use of pavement and a catch basin with a recharge system for the TSS removal, where there will be some cars stored outside. For the ADA accessible area, we may need to check with an additional spot grade or two, but if not, everything out there can be made ADA compliant with no greater than a 2% cross slope. It just might need a little bit of additional pavement out in the right of way to be able to accomplish that. And then in terms of the oil water separator, after verifying with the property owner as well as the clients, there is no existing oil water separator for the building. So we are proposing one to be installed internal to the building, and we would be tying that into the existing floor drain system that is currently active out there.
So there's a holding tank out there for the floor drains?
No, they're gonna,
It would be a new one that would be installed for it.
Okay, anybody have any comments,
Did you have a
questions?
chance to look through the drainage changes list?
I I didn't, but it's a tight site, and I don't know to what level we were, I mean, I'm fine with the detail, but I didn't check any calcs.
I didn't fully do like a entire stormwater report for it, but I did make sure that that area was sized to at least meet first flush for 1/2 inch over any of the new impervious. That does include the sidewalk area as well up against the building.
So I guess, I don't know how much more you want to,
I guess it would be good if you could at least review that to just make sure. I mean, I don't know that we need much more, but we definitely want to make sure that that's,
okay.
So do you want to postpone action?
no, we can approve it subject to Liz just reviewing that calc.
Confirming the calc
Yeah.
for the first flush.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with that. I don't see there being an issue looking at it real quick, but
The only thing I would say is I don't, and maybe it does, but it doesn't appear to show proposed curbing, which you need to have at least on the grass side where the catch basin is.
Sure. I can call out like a Cape Cod berm if that's acceptable to the board in that case.
Yeah, I think that'll be fine, just to keep it on the
Okay.
pavement so that it goes into the catch basin.
Sure.
On the grass side?
And then in terms the
On the grass
proposed
side.
sidewalk that we,
On the curb on the grass side.
Yeah, because I don't want the water coming off of the pavement.
So you want it elevated from the asphalt,
yeah, so that it runs to the
so it
catch
runs
basin.
towards the, okay, no, I understand, yeah, not a problem.
Sir, can I have your name for the minutes, please?
Gregory, and this is Josimar,
What's your last name?
Senna,
Thank you. How do you spell that?
SENA.
Thank you.
and Liz, if you would need to see a detail for that berm or anything, I'd be more than happy to add that to the plan as well.
I think just another line on the plan or any, just something that says Cape Cod berm is
Sure.
fine.
Not a problem.
Any other questions?
Yeah. And then quickly, Liz, that recharge trench, that's adequately sized for that area?
Well, I'm going to double check.
Perhaps we need to double check.
I didn't
Okay.
review any calcs, but
Okay, on that one.
I mean, there's enough room there if it needs to be bigger
Okay.
to hold the first flush, then that's
Yep.
completely, and the first flush is really the most.
As it's
Yeah.
And as that system is currently designed, it is 4 foot wide and 2 foot deep for that stone trench. So if we do have to make any minor adjustments there, I'd be more than happy to either provide an updated calc or just revise that detail for the board.
And you're comfortable with the protection of Godfrey Brook right there with this?
Yeah, I mean, there's currently no protection.
Right. But we are making more of an impervious area.
Well, yes, but I wouldn't say that the gravel area that's being used to park vehicles,
Vehicles with-
that's not really protecting it either. So
Understood.
I would consider this an improvement.
An improvement.
And
Okay.
would be,
And the board asked if there was any existing pipes onto that creek.
yeah.
I sat down with the owner of the property, Mark Mann, and he has, when that place was being rebuilt, it was one existing pipe that was blocked, and we have the pictures showing that there was blocked at the time, and there's no other existing pipes draining out to the creek. So we did manage to get the pictures and see it all, so there's nothing going into the creek.
Awesome.
Good.
Thank you.
And then-
Dave, do you have any questions, comments?
No, that's fine. As long as Liz is going to check it out before the stormwater numbers, that's all.
Chris?
And I think we've I may have mentioned the last time, and just those display spaces for out back, you just need the signage as display spaces, as we've done that to other applicants that have come before us. So we just need to,
Yeah, always gonna
Reflect
be,
that.
always gonna be labeled and signs and everything's gonna be, like even on the front, we're gonna put the new strips on it according to code, because one of them is display and the other one is just parking, so there's two different sizes. We're gonna put it all up to code, and all signed out for it.
Make a motion, we approve, subject to town engineer reviewing the stormwater calculations and the Cape Cod berm being added to the grass side of the new paved parking area.
Second.
You want to put down?
I'll second that.
as well?
Standard conditions as well.
Yes,
Yes.
with the standard conditions and the, do we have a plan that shows the signage? Or do we need to add that too?
No, we should add that.
And the adding of the signs for the display, display vehicles?
Just John, just a detail of what the, you know,
Are those signs are gonna be on the
I'm
wall?
sorry, Liz.
How does it really matter?
It doesn't matter to us, you can
No,
put it,
yeah, no, not a problem. We have the signs already done there for the parking spaces and the display places, as long as you guys get, to where you want it, and with the signs already there, we're just waiting for you guys so we can put them up.
yeah, I was just gonna
on the other
say,
sheet.
I don't really think, I don't think it matters. I don't think we need a detail for the
for the
signs.
signs.
I think we just needed the plan to say.
Location?
Location of the signs, yeah.
And
I can call those out along the building, no problem. If you do need a detail, I can always add one in for you, but I'm not expecting anything fanciful for language, just calling out, display space, 1, 2, 3, 4, essentially.
yes.
I'd like to specify in the motion how many autos for sale.
Is that 4?
Should be on the first, was it on the first sheet?
And then,
It is 4, and that is noted on the plan view in the parking stalls itself.
If the motion maker wouldn't mind, could we add no more than 4 cars for
Yeah.
sale?
That's on the special permit decision.
special permit had not more than 5, so, and then the plan show for 4. So 4 display spaces.
Yeah, they can't
But-
change it, so, yeah, we can,
Well, yeah, but you
It has
can
to be
limit
no-
it to 4.
Yeah, you got to limit it to 4 if
And
there's only
then-
4 spaces shown.
And then the select board should only be giving them,
Exactly.
yeah, well, that's why I asked, because it needs to be on the first sheet, otherwise the selectmen have no clue how many they're gonna give out, which I'm not sure what it said on that sheet. Oh, it's over on the bottom left, I can't even read it.
4 display spaces, yep.
It says on the sheet 4 to 6.
yeah, it does.
On the plan, it's 4 display. On the ZBA's decision, it
Yeah,
was
so
up
as long
to
as it says
5.
here, as long as it says here, this is what they use to do their license, so that should be fine. I mean, I think that's redundant to a certain extent if it is on the first sheet. It says 4 display spaces.
I just think it's important that this board and the select board votes jive. No big deal.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Yep. Roll call.
Aye.
Aye.
Yes, aye.
Babe?
Aye, aye.
Aye. Unanimous. Okay, thank you.
Great, thank you all so much, I do appreciate it.
So,
Thank you very much. You guys have a wonderful night.
You as well.
I don't know where we're at, but I'm just gonna hold off on this.
Okay, for item 4, we've got the fee schedule amendments. It was last updated in 2013, so
I've provided the revised edition with today's date, with all the adjustments that we mentioned at our previous meeting. I just want to look it over, make sure it looks good, and then we could vote on it. I separated out the amendment and the waiver as a board previously.
Helper.
What's funny? What did I miss? Oh, hi Dante. How old is he again, Liz?
7.
Really cute.
Okay, any questions or comments on this?
I didn't have anything on this. We are continuing to look in terms of costing for staff review and things like that, but as far as the permit dollars and stuff, I didn't have any other comments.
Yeah, Matt and I have a meeting later this week to discuss a change to a modification to a site plan, amended site plan, whatever, so that will be really the first thing I can apply my taking.
Yeah, obviously,
It's
there's
gonna
not a
take some
time, it's gonna
time,
take some time to, and I understand that. I just
But-
want to make sure we're moving forward with it.
Yes, I will.
Just so cute.
Well, I'll make a motion to accept the fee schedule as presented.
Second, and thanks so much for doing this.
Welcome.
Really important to get done.
Welcome.
Okay, roll call on that.
Aye.
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 Babe?
Aye.
Aye as well. Unanimous. Good job, Matt.
Dante says aye too.
Unanimous +1.
Yeah. Next order of business, next agenda item is the stormwater bylaw updates.
So the AG got back to us, and they had some comments that if you want to read through, you certainly may, but they're mostly just to make us further aware that of the limits of our abilities, that we can't just go onto people's property without, their permission or without an active permit, that the state and federal, we can't supersede state and federal authority.
Son of a gun.
The town council said that I reached out just to confirm. I didn't think that there was any edits that were needed to the bylaw, but he confirmed that that was correct. We do not need to make any changes. The only, so right now, Mass DOC, Department of Corrections, up on Maple Street, they're looking to put in a parking lot, and they had sent, initially, they were gonna be tying into the stormwater system in Maple Street, but now they're thinking they may not because I had some concerns. And I guess I'm just a little unclear as to whether or not they are required to submit a permit if they're not tying into our system. Because they are,
In which sense?
they are exempt from site plan review
Because of being a state
because it's a
agency?
state agency.
Okay.
And they,
It's wrong, but whatever.
I confirmed that with council.
Yes, that is,
Kind of
that is true. Yeah, I understand the state regulation, but in most cases, most state agencies have been amenable to submitting to the town, knowing that they don't have to, that they can submit, that they should be submitting site, or they normally do submit site plans. I mean, the MBTA is actually, but yet they submit for everything that they do. So I'm just wondering, is the State Department of Correction doesn't want to? Or,
I asked, not knowing that they were exempt, I said something about, well, when are you going to be submitting site plan and review? And he said that it was their understanding that they were exempt. That was from the engineer, not from actually.
I guess I would go back and say, yes, you are correct. However, most state agencies trying to be good neighbors do submit, and if you're not, we'd like to know. Because that's,
What are you hiding?
Okay.
What are you afraid of?
But
So we
That
would,
being
we
said-
would definitely prefer for them to submit. I don't think it's going to be an issue for them to submit for the stormwater permit because they've already done the calculations. So I don't see why it would be a big deal, but not that I got a lot of pushback, but obviously I got a little bit of pushback about the site plan, so. All right, I'll let them know that they, unless I hear otherwise from town council, I'll tell them that they need to submit the,
the town would appreciate them
Stormwater
submitting, especially as it runs to the fact that 2 years from now, they may decide to sell the site, and then we have nothing on file in terms of what they've done or not done, and that doesn't really help us downstream. I mean, it would be nice if the state finally stepped up and did something, but,
No,
again, for reasons like that, the town would appreciate them being upfront.
are they also, well, I'm going to put it another way. Surely they're not exempt from any conservation requirements.
they are not, but this is outside of the buffer.
Yeah, but it seems like stormwater regulations and conservation regulations should be treated identically.
And that's, I'm not sure.
Yes.
I think so. I would think so.
Logically,
Right.
if they're not exempt from Concom, they shouldn't be exempt from stormwater. Logically. That doesn't mean it's the truth.
But I'll stick with, yes, they need to, I mean, if I stretch my thinking, I can sort of say, well, their existing drainage system does discharge to the wetlands, so if they're making changes to their drainage system, I could stretch it to say they need to file a notice of intent. I mean,
Right.
it's not normally what we would do, but if there's a lot of pushback, then maybe
You
that's.
may have that
then,
in,
yeah,
that
maybe
hook.
that's
In hook.
the way we go. But I'll definitely let them know we would like to have something on file for the site plan review.
Great.
If the state doesn't want to go through the site plan review, I know they do it as-built, working for the state, like Joe worked with the state. At least they could give us the as-built, a copy of the as-built plan when they're done. They could at least do that for us.
Just in talking about stormwater, well, not stormwater, site, the amendments in here and the AG getting back about saying whether we can enter property or not. Do we have to have, I mean, we've never done this before, but I'm seeing how we're in a litigation society. Someone submits a plan for site plan review. Normally, we go through, we'll say, can you go out and look at it and stuff? Should we have something on file that says we have been given the right to enter the property to review or to look at?
Yeah,
Condition 5 of our standard conditions.
so.
But that gets put in afterwards. I'm talking about when somebody submits to sign a piece of paper that says, by you coming with this site plan, you allow, prior to us
Oh, I see.
making a final decision, we have the right to go out and look at the site prior to that. That's what I'm asking. I knew it was in there at that point when we get done, but I'm more worried about now up front when we want to go out and look at the site. In most cases, we're here when we say, okay, the town engineer's going to go out and look at it. They don't say anything, but there's nothing actually written on file that says they have given us the right to do that. And I'm just wondering whether we should have that piece of paper in hand
Or
going
maybe it
forward.
could be a standard note on the plan?
Well, no, it can't be on the plan because
On the
we officially
application.
haven't done anything yet.
Oh, yeah.
Could be on our applications.
Right, that's where I'm, yeah.
There you go. And applies to the successive owners? Or
Well,
No,
they would have
because
to be
it would
changed.
just be, we only need it until
There's a plan. that's-
Until the plan, right, once they have the
it's-
site plan approval, then it's part of the standard conditions.
Gotcha.
I don't know how much that legal authority really extends, but
But I
certainly
like
it's, that's.
Better to have it in our pocket than not.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
the notice of, orders of conditions for conservation have it in
Yeah.
there, so there must be something, but.
Yeah.
But again,
Good idea,
that's at the issuing of the permit stage.
Right.
We really need to make sure we're covered to go out and look at the site when they're thinking of developing it. That was all I had on it.
Okay. So should we make that an action item?
To add it to the,
Good. So that'll be added to the application.
Verify with council first.
Yes, yep.
Okay. As far as town engineer updates, we have any of those?
We've got a town planner update.
Okay, let's do that.
Here.
oh no, we're just gonna skip over it for now,
Okay. Okay.
if that's okay.
That's fine. We'll put it on our next agenda then.
So nothing from you, Matt? Updates?
Nope.
Back to the town engineer.
I'm all set, thank you.
Chairman?
Chairman updates. Babe, do you have anything? Any updates?
No, I'm all set. Thank you
Okay.
for putting up with me this way.
Nice to see you, babe.
I don't have anything. The next meeting, do we have a date for that?
Should be February 3rd and 17th.
Sounds right.
Any conflicts?
I won't be able to make February 3rd.
Okay.
Probably the only one.
So you said,
Next.
Should be all set for February
so
17th.
if you're not
Right.
here, then, yeah, somebody else will have to be the chairman.
And we'll have to not have any 4-vote required items on the agenda.
Right, special permits. Right.
All right. Chris, can you take
Yeah,
that one?
I'm sure we can work it out between the
Okay.
ones that are going to be
You
here.
guys duke it out, I'm the newbie.
We'll do it the night of the meeting. I'll call for a nomination for chair. And we'll
Okay.
nominate someone. So
Okay.
that's fine. That's fine.
All right.
Mr. Chair, and then if I can, for, over the next few
great.
meetings, just three things to add for like new business-wise. And as far as with town meeting coming up, whether or not, or I'd like to see us have a conversation here about the food truck bylaw and how it just kind of pertains, and we can kind of work through that. ADUs or in in-law apartments, my understanding that if you have a kind of, in a sense, an in-law apartment within the four walls of your current house, say you put in a in-law apartment in your basement, you still need to submit a site plan. So again, like to go through that discussion and see if we can help fine tune that. And then another one that was brought up to me was, right now, our bylaw, a fence out front of a resident is restricted to 4 feet, and whether or not we'd want to entertain bringing that up to a 6 feet.
I'm sorry, could you say that one again, please?
The fence, Well, basically a fence in the front yard is restricted to a 4-foot height, and it's just whether or not we'd want to entertain allowing for a 6-foot height,
We just let people do it as they do now anyways.
so.
Well, they have been making them, they've had people move fences
So.
recently.
So again, just
I'm just,
those 3 items, and whether, again, like, entertain it in a conversation here, and whether we want to push forward that to an article in a Springtown meeting.
So you want that on an upcoming agenda?
Yes, please, yes.
can you take the wetland setback out of the zoning bylaw too? There's a setback requirement, 25 feet in residential zones and 15 feet in commercial and industrial zones for a building to a wetland. It's in the zoning bylaw. So if somebody wants to put something within if somebody wants to put a pool within 25 feet of the wetland, they have to get a variance from the ZBA. The ZBA is not really the authority on wetland setbacks. A couple of years ago, we put the 25-foot setback in the wetland bylaw with the intention of eventually getting it out of the zoning bylaw, but I just forgot about it.
I mean, 2 points probably. One, I think that originally came many years ago from the Conservation Commission. It was there, it wasn't this board's, it was their push to do that. And 2, the other thing that it does do, I understand the issues with it, but the other thing that it does do, having to go for a variance, people tend to stretch things out and do things, knowing that they're within the 25 feet because they have a zoning variance, to me, at least gives probably more credence than people doing things because of being within a wetland and having to file for conservation. I'm just throwing that out there, but I would think if we want to do that, or I shouldn't say if we want to do that, if the Conservation Commission now wants to change that, that should come from them to this board saying that they'd like to change that, is what I'm saying. You may have had that conversation with them, but I'm just saying that I think I would like to see that from them.
Okay.
Not that I'd be adverse to doing it, I'm just saying that.
It was when we put it into the, when we put it into the wetland bylaw, that was the discussion with the boards,
Yep.
the commission, so certainly I can get something from them that says that that's what they would like to do.
Good.
Anything else?
I think that's for me.
All right, it's the pleasure of the board.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Roll call?
Aye.
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 Aye, unanimous. Thank you.